Hello again. Hearts director David Southern has told STV News the club want Paulo Sergio to stay on as manager next season and insists it's Sergio's decision to make. That after the Portuguese boss hit out at the Tynecastle hierarchy yesterday for not offering him a new deal following Hearts' 5-1 thrashing over City rivals Hibs to win the Scottish Cup. Meanwhile, Easter Road boss Pat Fenlon will appear before the SFA next month for making an offensive gesture during the game.
Edinburgh's Royal Mile paints a very different picture today from the jubilant scenes of yesterday when the streets of the capital were transformed into a sea of maroon, guiding the Hearts squad and the Scottish Cup back to Tynecastle. The man who took them there has vented his frustration at his treatment by the club, who are yet to offer him a new deal.
Nobody spoke already with us. I'm going to book a flat and I'm going to return to Lisbon. If I go to Lisbon, I'm going on holidays. Maybe after, if somebody wants to speak with me, they have to go to Lisbon to pick me there.
So would you say it's a mixture of emotions for you just now then?
Yes, not very happy with the situation, but I'm strong enough to deal with that.
But it would appear Sergio may have misunderstood. The board say they want him to stay.
We hope that he chooses to stay as the Heart of Midlothian manager, and we'll find out hopefully in not too long a period as to which direction those talks take.
The players too are backing their boss.
The only problem is this club might struggle to keep him with the record he's had this year. He's now got to be getting a lot of interest from other teams, and we'll see what happens, but hopefully they can stay.
It was a day the players and the fans will never forget. Not only did they win the Scottish Cup for the 8th time in the club's history, they did so at the expense of City rivals Hibernian.
Just with the whole occasion being an Edinburgh derby and everything that went along with it, you can see what it means to the people here today.
Beyond our wildest dreams, really, and the way that we sort of done it, the last 30 minutes was quite easy, but just today, seeing all the fans and that, it's just it's something special.
It was a one-sided final. Darren Barr's opener after 14 minutes didn't quite produce the reaction Pat Fenlon might have hoped for. It wasn't long before Rudy Scatchell did what he does so well. James McPake pulled one back for Hibs, but seconds after the restart, a second yellow for Kajabi and Danny Granger converted from the spot. Ryan McGowan headed in number 4 3 minutes later, before Scatchell rounded off proceedings. Hibs ended the game with 10 men on the park and Pat Fenlon in the stands for what appeared to be an offensive gesture. He'll appear before the SFA next month.
Just frustration, that's all, to be honest, with the way we were playing. So.
Do you regret it?
Well, it wasn't like I spoke to the referee, he said the police said, but it wasn't the police. I spoke to the police as well, they said they nothing got to do with it, so it's disappointing. It's frustration. I apologise to our own supporters for it's a desperately disappointing day for us. This week and last week shows what's wrong with the football club. There's just an acceptance and a softness about the place that we need to change.
Based on today, where do you start with the changes, Pat?
Well, we've got to sit down and analyse it, but obviously there's got to be changes just in what way the club is and the players that we recruit for the club, what type of player we recruit to get in the club.
While Hibs look to the future, Hearts enjoy the moment. The parade may be over, but the memory of the 5-1 thrashing over their City rivals will live long in the minds of the Tynecastle faithful.
And the party will no doubt still be going for some Hearts fans, but first Hearts first team coach Gary Locke will be a man in desperate need of a lie down, I imagine. Gary, you've never lost an Edinburgh derby as a player or a coach. Was Saturday's win the highlight?
Yeah, it certainly was. It was a fantastic day for the football club, and we're delighted with the players, we're delighted for everyone connected with the club, but especially the supporters, because it was a nervous occasion, but to win 5-1 I think was beyond anybody's wildest dreams.
And of course we heard David Southern say there that the club want to keep Paulo Sergio. Do you think that Paulo wants to stay?
Yeah, I think so, and that's great news for everyone at the club. Hopefully, it's always been the case. I think the board says that they would sit down with Paulo after the cup final was done and dusted. So hopefully he can sort his future out and we can look forward to the new season.
And of course he's not the only one out of contract as well. We know today that Stephen Elliott, Gary Glenn and Jordan Morton have all been released by the club. Can we expect more to follow, Gary?
Well, hopefully not too much. I think everybody knows the club's got to make cutbacks, and it's a bit unfortunate that players will move on. But that's just the way the club is at the moment. We have to try and get the wages down. We wish these boys all the best. They've been fantastic for the football club, but hopefully we can still have a strong enough squad to challenge next season.
Gary, I suppose the big question for you, going back to the Scottish Cup win, is have you had a chance to speak to Billy Brown yet?
I haven't. I've not spoke to Billy. I'll go on holiday tomorrow, and I know Billy goes away on holiday tomorrow as well. So, once we get our holidays out of the way, we'll probably sit down and we'll reflect, and I'll have a beer with Billy over the summer.
In terms of the off-field turmoil that Hearts have fared over the season as well, Gary, does this in any way make up for that?
Yeah, I think it does. As I say, it's been a roller coaster of a season for us, but certainly finished in the best way possible yesterday, and I'm sure that all the Hearts supporters and everyone associated with the club's going to have a nice summer.
Well, Gary, you're set for a well-deserved holiday. We hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much for talking to us tonight.